Hello everyone. My name is Dr. Abid. You know that I teach environment and ecology in GCS Core. I welcome to all of you in GCS Core and one of the most important YouTube series regarding the man's approaches. Approaches to man's. How to understand the man's questions. Today I have a very special topic from the GS paper 3rd environment and ecology, Namami Gange and National Mission for Clean Ganga. You know that these all topics are highly important. So on the behalf of these all topics, now it's have a highly huge responsibility to understand the question and how to break down the question and how to identify the concept behind the question for the man's answer writing. So today I will tell you that how to understand the question and how to attempt the question and how to write the important things in this particular area. So we have a very special question from UPSC Mains examination GS paper 3rd from the 2015. Discuss the Namami Gange and National Mission for Clean Ganga programs. You know that this is one of the most important schemes run by the government of India and the most anticipated and most discussed program of India. The question is saying that discuss the Namami Gange and National Mission for Clean Ganga programs. And second part is talking about causes of mixed result from previous schemes. Causes of mixed result from previous schemes. Again, what quantum leaps can help preserve the river Ganga better than incremental inputs? So this was from 2015. You know that what is the level of the question? And this question is highly based on the current events. You know that since 1985, we are the highly committed to toward the cleanest the Ganga. Highly committed toward the Ganga river. You know that Ganga river is a holy river. And more than 50 crore people depend on Ganga and its tributaries. You know that largest alluvial tract is found near the Ganga and in its tributaries. Getting my points? And generally known that this belt is known the agricultural belt or cow belt. So now it's a responsibility for everyone to understand what are the loopholes and what are the major initiative we can take over there. And we have to understand what are the number of schemes are running right now, and we have to also discuss the previous schemes. And on the behalf of these all schemes, we have to identify the current status of Holy River. Getting the points? So now let's break down the question and now let's find out the concept behind the question. So first of all, we have to identify the directive words. You know that question is starting from the discuss, and discuss is the directive words. So whenever you see the discuss, so you have to understand, अब इसमें क्या निकाल सकते हैं हम? Getting my points? Look. So means you need to explain in details, give both facts and analysis, and present a balanced perspective. Number of times I have discussed in class, whenever you will talk about the facts. So always remember, facts accuracy matters. And on the other hand, concept. So whenever you will talk about the concept, so you have to understand the clarity. You should have the concept clarity, you should have the factual accuracy. And always remember, you should have means a balanced, well-structured answer, and the way of the presentation, presentation of answer should be a well-mannered. Getting my points? So discuss का मतलब यही होता है कि you have to understand the basic points of the demand. Not just listing, but showing understanding reasons, possible improvements. So discuss is showing the new dimensions of the question. Number one. Next, we have to find out the key words or key components over there. So as we know that we have broke the question just into three parts. First part is talking about the Namami Gange and National Mission of Clean Ganga. So right now what we have to cover, so specifically you have to talk about the launch time. Okay, by whom and why. It was launched कब, by whom and why? We have to discuss. And also we have to mention the key objectives. What are the major key objectives? यही तो है, गंगा को साफ करना है from the pollution, from the sewages, and we have to identify the polluted industries over there. हटाओ सबको. And we have to install the number of water treatment plants. यही तो objectives है ना. Next, main features, funding, structure, focus areas, role of NMCG as the implementing agencies. So means launched by whom and why and their objectives. The first part of the question is talking about. Now let's move toward the second part of the question, causes of mixed result from previous schemes. Now you can understand easily what to include over there. देखो भाई सीधी सी बात है, गंगा एक्शन प्लान जो भी पुरानी जमाने की स्कीम्स थी उनको आप ऐड कर सकते हैं. ये वन ऑफ द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट चीजें हैं. एंड बेसिकली यू हैव टू आइडेंटिफाई द रीजंस फॉर लिमिटेड सक्सेस. गेटिंग द पॉइंट्स? व्हाट आर द लिमिटेड रीजंस व्हाई वी आर स्टिल अवे फ्रॉम द सक्सेस? ये सारे के सारे बेसिक से पॉइंट्स हैं, यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड. पुअर प्लानिंग, वन ऑफ द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट. एंड कोऑर्डिनेशंस, यू नो दैट फ्रॉम उत्तराखंड टू वेस्ट बंगाल, Bihar, MP, UP, these all are the important areas. ठीक है, getting the points? And you will find out there the coordination and the planning are very poor and weak. Some states have a different government and some states have a different party governments and they are not coordinating to each other. ये भी बड़ा issue बन जाता है. And sometimes you will find out there the number of government agencies are not ready to take the initiative and ready to take the talk या communicate to each and other, मतलब जो भी agencies होती हैं. So you will find out there that there is a very weak communication, weak coordination and weak enforcement of, ठीक है, law. Next one, lack of accountability. What kind of accountability? You know that accountability and transparency are two most difficult word having in our societies. हर कोई भागता है इन दो चीजों से, ठीक है. no one in, ठीक है, any government you will find out there is talking about the accountability and transparency. So भाई इसका कैसे हो जाएगा? You know that thousand crores we have, ठीक है, invested in Namami Gange Pariyojana. Inadequate sewage treatment, no focus on tributaries or sources to sea management, weak community involvement. Weak community involvement. You are talking about the weak community involvement, but we have to talk first the poor planning and coordination. Implementation क्या है? ये भी हमें बात करनी चाहिए. Next one, quantum leaps for Ganga. This is the third part of the question which we have to understand that what is inside the quantum leap of Ganga preservation, what to expected. The number one thing is that what is expected to go beyond small improvements. Look, suggest big transformative steps such as river basin level governance, use of real-time pollution tracking, enforcement, legal recognition of river as a living entity, full community participation, religious leadership, integration of ecology and urban planning. ये number of चीजें हैं जहां हम find out कर सकते हैं. You know that? ठीक है. So we have to find out the third part with briefly that what is expected, ठीक है, by UPSC from our side to write over there. So we have to mention the number of important points over there to get the maximum marks in our answer writing. Yeah, our answer. Getting the points? So just we have to understand the concept behind the question, and seriously if we want to know the concept, just we have to break the questions into many parts. Now we have a clear idea about the question that how to write the best answer. Now I will tell you the model answer. Yeah, I will show you the model answer. So, okay, so now let's move toward the answer. You know that whenever we talk about the answer, so basically you have to do that. This is our answer sheet, and you know that we have to write, okay, something like this. Okay, we have to use our space properly, and we have to use the headings and subheadings, and we have to use the concept clarity, we have to use the factual accuracy, and we have to use the logical arguments, and we have to adopt the presentation, the way of presentation, and we have to focus on the structure of the answer, and we have to focus on the languages. Getting my points? And avoid the unnecessary words, avoid the extreme views, avoid the axioms, avoid the rubbish things, and don't use the wrong facts, don't use the wrong concepts. Basically, you have to use the best knowledge from academic and the other current affair type of events. Getting my points? So this is our answer sheet which we have to use, and we have to start our answer from the intro. Then we have to move toward the main body, and finally we have to go toward the conclusion. Always remember, our introduction should be precise and concise, and almost 2 and 3 lines are enough. Getting the points? And you know that 10 marks, 15 marks, these all are the types of the questions. So basically we have to, what we have to do in main body, we have to explain each and everything in carefully in the main body. And the last one, the conclusion, is this is the third part, and you know that our conclusion should be argumentative and analytical, and we have to give some suggestions and advice and ideas. ये भी इसमें याद रखना है. So that is the perfect motto of our answer writing. So this is the answer. This is the introduction. Get my points. And I have taken almost 4 lines. Okay. So now you can easily understand that River Ganga, revered both ecologically and culturally, support nearly 43% of India's population across 11 states. Getting my points? This is the factual accuracy. क्या है? This is the factual accuracy. Despite decades of an effort to clean the river, including the Ganga Action Plan, launched in 1985, results remain optimals. Getting the points? In the second line, I mentioned the previous schemes and their failure. Recognizing this, government launched the Namami Gange Programme in 2014, anchored by the National Mission for Clean Ganga as more integrated and holistic approach. Now, when we talk about the Ganga Action Plan and the 2014, the Namami Gange Programme, anchored by the National Mission for Clean Ganga as a more integrated and holistic approach. You know that the basic difference is that we launched the new scheme, getting my points, and we added some important words over there, integrated and holistic approach. We integrated the previous schemes and now we launched the new schemes, and we are saying that yeah, ये holistic way पे काम करेगा, ये हर area पे काम करेगा, ये हमने add कर दिया. Getting my points? So collectively I can say we used some important output and knowledge from the schemes and the factuals. Getting my points? Now let's move toward the main body. So first of all, we have to discuss about the Namami Gange and National Mission Clean Ganga. So what we have to do? Good look. Namami Gange is a centrally sponsored flagship program with a budget of almost 20,000 crore, aiming to, getting my points? This is the centrally sponsored flagship program, almost 20,000 crore budget. And it has some beautiful aim like treat sewage and industrial effluent, rejuvenation river ecology, promote public participation awareness, develop inference and biodiversity. ये है इसके aims. And what inside the Namami Mission Clean Ganga, National Mission Clean Ganga, acts as the implementation arm under the Ministry of Jal Shakti, coordinate with the state agencies, urban local bodies and other stakeholders. You know that follows as a basin-wide approach and has declared the Ganga as a national river. So these all kind the important things inside the National Mission Clean Ganga. So now you can easily understand, we discuss some objectives and we discuss some mission of NMCG. Getting my points? Chaliye. Now next move toward the reasons of mixed result in previous schemes. These all are the reasons. The number one reason is that फ्रेगमेंटेटेड इंस्टीट्यूशन कोऑर्डिनेशन. ये भी है कि बिखरा हुआ कोऑर्डिनेशन हमें नजर आता है फ्रॉम सेंट्रल टू लोकल बॉडीज. नंबर 2, इनएडुकेट सीवेज इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर. स्टिल वी आर फाइटिंग फॉर द सीवेज, ठीक है, इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर एंड सीवेज ट्रीटमेंट प्लांट्स. गेटिंग द पॉइंट्स? सो नंबर ऑफ अर्बन एरियाज एंड नंबर ऑफ सिटीज आर लोकेटेड नियर द बैंक ऑफ द रिवर. Next, industrial non-compliance. You know that weak enforcement of effluent discharge norms. Number of times we have discussed that you have to mention that industrial non-compliance, inadequate sewage infrastructure. Number 4, over-reliance on technocratic solutions. Now you are saying that we have to solve the problem through the technology. ठीक है, मिनिमल फोकस ऑन पीपल्स पार्टिसिपेशन एंड कम्युनिटी स्टारवर्डशिप. नंबर 5, डिलेड इंप्लीमेंटेशन एंड फंड यूटिलाइजेशन, नेग्लेक्ट ऑफ ट्रिब्यूटरीज एंड कैचमेंट एरियाज. करेक्टली यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट जस्ट ओनली द मैन, ठीक है, एरिया ऑफ द गंगा, बट यू आर फार अवे फ्रॉम द सच काइंड ऑफ ट्रिब्यूटरीज एंड कैचमेंट एरियाज. सो दीज ऑल आर द रीजंस फॉर मिक्स्ड रिजल्ट इन प्रीवियस स्कीम्स. ठीक है, फ्रेगमेंटेड इंस्टीट्यूशन कोऑर्डिनेशन. नंबर 1, वी हैव सेलेक्टेड 6 इंपॉर्टेंट रीजंस. Number 2, inadequate sewage infrastructure, industrial over-reliance, delayed, neglect. So these all are the 6 important regions which you have to mention in your answer writings. ये क्वेश्चन बनेगा definitely because ठीक है अभी भी चर्चा में ही है. Quantum leaps needed for Ganga preservations. So here are the 5 important points regarding the quantum leaps needed for Ganga preservation. What we have to do right now? Look, rivers as a living ecosystem, there is no doubt. We have to talk about the living entity as per the New Zealand's news. The done through the Uttarakhand High Court's 2017 decision and the concept of Aviral Dhara. ठीक है. नंबर 2, decentralized waste management, strict enforcement and real time monitoring we have to follow, and eco-sensitive zoning and land use control. Number 5, water governance reforms. These all are the 5 important points which are very, very useful for quantum leaps needed for the Ganga preservations. Getting my points? So seriously, if we want to preserve the Ganga, so we have to adopt some important and different steps. Getting my points? So ये हमने use किया that what kind of things we have to adopt. Currently, we are in 2025. So basically, we have to use a different kind of tools, specifically from the AI. ठीक है? So definitely, you know that it is in use. So बन सकता है question. और recently अभी महाकुंभ भी हुआ था. तो on the behalf of these all important ठीक है signals we can easily understand हाँ क्वेश्चन आ सकता है, बन सकता है, there is no doubt. So ये आपने उसमें लिख देना है. Now let's move toward another important areas, that cultural and behavioral changes and urban-rural convergence, focus on tributaries and wetlands. Getting my points? These all are another important points which we have, which we can mention in quantum. Last one, the conclusion. So now we have to talk about the conclusion. What is the best conclusion? ठीक है. While Namami Gange has shown improvement in sewage treatment capacity and public awareness, incremental efforts, ठीक है, efforts not enough to rejuvenate a river as a vast and stressed as a Ganga. What is needed is a paradigm shift, integrating technology, governance reform, ecological restoration and community engagement to treat the Ganga not just as a river to clean but as a civilizational lifeline to preserve. So in the conclusion, I suggested some important suggestions over there. And I also mentioned some kind of loopholes. So आपका conclusion should be analytical. So be ठीक है, prepare yourself that we have to write the best conclusion having suggestions and some kind of ठीक है advices. Getting my points? So on the behalf of these all things, I concluded my answer with the help of better conclusion. ठीक है, and your conclusion should be around 3 to 4 lines. They are enough. ठीक है, and introduction should be 2, 3 and 3.5 lines. Getting my points? चलिए, now let's move toward the probable question. I have some probable question for your practices. There are 5 questions, okay, and each and every questions have a different ठीक है nature. So on the behalf of these all questions, I will request to all of you, please attempt कीजिए इनको, ठीक है, और सॉल्व करने के बाद ठीक है हमारी कोचिंग की जो वेबसाइट है लिंक पे वहां पर आप इसको सबमिट करा देना. ठीक है, देन आई विल टेल यू व्हाट आर द ठीक है इंपॉर्टेंट एरियाज विच वी हैव टू इम्प्रूव ड्यूरिंग आंसर राइटिंग. सो पीएम गति शक्ति, नेशनल मास्टर प्लान, जल जीवन मिशन, द पीएम प्रणाम स्कीम्स, नेशनल ग्रीन हाइड्रो Jan missions launched to support traditional artisan and craft people to the PM Vishwakarma Yojana. These all are the important things. So now I can say thank you very much. In the next class, I will tell you a different topic, okay, and different approaches. Okay, this is enough from this side. See you soon. Take care.